Welcome to Up at 3 p.m. with the filmmaker.
All right.
And Tasha the author.
Tasha the author. How y'all doing? I'm a little tipsy right now. But we're up at 3 p.m.
Yeah,
all right.
So close to the mic.
That means you
get we got it. Just like last time. So today's topic is movie trilogies with a second movie dud.
You're going to have to leave it, babe, because your girl head space is not.
That's cool. That's cool.
All right.
So you gotta think of like trilogies that you love.
Okay.
But then the second movie isn't as good as the first and the third.
Mm-hmm.
So
can I say Harry Potter? Even though it's like 8. No, only like trilogies.
Yeah, it's only trilogies. But
you
could. Yeah, you gotta think on this one. I thought about mine.
Okay.
And it's probably not a popular opinion, but it's still my opinion. Back to the Future.
Oh.
So the first movie is great. It's epic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the second movie, the third movie, which is a Western,
mm-hmm.
which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second movie is like...
I thought you said the second movie. You said it already, did you?
No. I said the first movie and then the third movie.
Okay. Oh, you
Yeah.
confused me.
And then the second movie,
okay.
right? It's like... They're all great, but it's like the worst one out of the three. Like, because... The second one is like a retelling of the first one, but from a different point of view.
I kind of like the second one. The second one was when he was in Vegas or whatever. It looked like he was in Vegas.
Yeah. Well, that was the only thing that stood out to me is like Evil Biff, which was like Donald Trump Biff when he owned the casino and all that.
I beg to differ. I liked it. And the girl got the implant. She had the big boobies.
Yeah, but I mean, that was only for like the first like 20 minutes. And after that, he goes back in time and has to try to avoid
Let's
himself.
just keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like, I'm trying to cut that out. Well, he has to
you gonna cut it out?
I'm gonna try to.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to.
All right.
But it's like he basically kind of has to avoid himself from the first movie because he doesn't want to screw up how he fixed the events from the first one.
Oh.
So it's like he's hiding from himself, and he's like in the office. And,
is that the one where she says I'm old and then she fainted?
No. Yeah, that is.
That's the best one for me. That's the best one.
That was too convoluted. Even that one, it was like.
In my humble opinion, the second one was the best for me. Well, don't you argue with me.
Well, in my not so humble opinion,
oh,
the third one was the best one.
Okay.
The second one is, like I said, all three movies are great. They're all good. I'm not saying it's bad. It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
It's just not as good as the first and second, first and third.
But you still got the trilogy, don't you? Didn't you buy all three?
I do. And I love all three movies, but. In the trilogy, the second one was the dud.
All right, I got you. Ooh, you called it a dud.
Dud.
I'm gonna tell the director and I'm gonna tell the screenwriter.
Tell them.
And then they're not gonna be friends with you no more.
Tell them. All right, for you, what's your trilogy?
I'm trying to think, y'all. I'm a little tipsy right now. Okay, like I said, we're up at 3 p.m. and I'm grown. So that means your girl had a little bit of wine, so I'm a little tipsy. I'm feeling fine.
Yeah.
All right, trilogy. I don't know. I can't think. I'm just gonna ride off of yours today.
Okay, so I mean we got that one.
I like Bad Boys.
Bad Boys, that is a trilogy.
1 and 2, and there's a third one. Whoa! So I'm gonna pick those.
The third one was the best one, I feel like.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say the Bad Boys trilogy is nice for me.
Yeah, but
great cast, great story. It's funny. You got two phenomenal actors, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. You had the beautiful wives. You have Gabrielle Union as the sister. She was wild. She didn't want to let the brother know. And then you had, I forget this queen's name. It was Martin Lawrence's character's wife. Yeah. So Teresa Randall, her character. It was a great cast. Phenomenal storyline.
The second movie wasn't a dud though, right?
What are you talking about, duds?
That's the topic of the show.
Look at here.
Your goodness.
The trilogy is what matters. You said trilogy.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you said pick the one that's a dud.
Yeah. The trilogy.
Okay, I said the first one. I wouldn't call it a dud, but for me, it's not the strongest because the storyline was too serious, and it felt too like it felt less like a comedy, more like a drama, crime drama. Whereas the second one and the third one, it's like it hit its mark. It was a nice, healthy balance of fun comedy with action with a little bit of drama, and I feel like that's what makes a good action comedy. Yeah. So the first one was good, but it felt too serious for me.
Okay.
So I wouldn't call it a dud, but the first one was my least favorite movie.
Okay.
You like that?
Well, kind of. I mean, you're not talking about the second movie duds in the trilogy.
It has to be a second movie. There's rules to it. Yeah. That's too strict. That's too strict.
All right. So
sometimes I'm gonna have to get on them, y'all, because I'm Tasha the author and I'm the co-host, but I'm also wifey. So y'all know what it is.
I know, but the topic
you're being too strict.
But that's the fun of it.
But you're being too strict because not all trilogies is going to have a second week.
That's the point.
But no, it's not. Not every trilogy is going to have a a weak second movie? What if the
exactly
what exactly? So you can't call it a dud. You can't call the second one a dud.
No, that's what I'm saying. We're trying to find trilogies that have a second.
You're making people think too hard.
No, it's not. It's fun.
Let them know in the comments, and I bet they will.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is supposed to be fun.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the favorite one.
Okay, the Matrix, for example. Also, I feel like the first one was great, and then the second one they had like a cliffhanger. It wasn't even like a complete movie, but then the third one was like good because you actually had a definitive story. It ended right, and you had Jada Pinkett and everybody. They were all in there doing their thing, and it was the ending I'm not really
interesting to me.
Fan of as far as Neo dying and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, interesting to me because the third one for me was my least favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I like the second one.
Okay.
Is that when they introduced Monica Bellucci?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
And I don't know, maybe the ones that I'm picking are like convoluted second sequels because it's like you have like.
What's that mean for the ones who don't know? Because I don't know what convoluted means.
So it's just like there's so much going on in the movie that it's hard to remember the movie when you're done.
Oh.
Like even the second Back to the Future is like I have to think about what happened in that movie because so much happened. They went to the future, and I think it was like 2015. That happened. I'm young, I'm old. The evil Biff, and then they went back. You know what I mean? It was just like so much.
I get it. For me, as I was watching it, I thought it was very clever, very brilliantly done and written. Right now, it's like I think the first one and the third one are the easiest to remember, but the second one was so cleverly written that as you're watching, you have a good time. But then if you probably take a few months away from it, you're not going to remember it because it was a lot. But I wouldn't say that's what makes it the weakest. I had a good time while watching.
Yeah. I don't think that's what made it the weakest, but like for me, those are the ones that were like they're so convoluted I can't remember them, so I can't.
They
don't stick out, Like the third one, like you guys probably don't know, but I love westerns, right? Especially the modern day westerns. And the third one it had its own story. It was a western. It was great. You had a little bit of the second movie in the beginning because it kind of like
for
recaps.
Fun.
Yeah.
So
that was a great, the construction of the bell tower. I mean, ZZ Top was in it. It was a great movie. And then of course we all know why we love the fun. The first one, no one has to like recap that one. But yeah, like I said, the second one was just there was so much going on. There's so many moving parts in it. It was just it's hard to remember after. I kind of think that way about like the Inception movies too. And those like
yeah. I like those, but they do after the fifth try, you can be like, oh, that's what you were saying.
What about the first three Bourne movies? I know you're a big Bourne fan.
Yeah, I'm a big Bourne fan. There's like 5 of them bad boys.
So if you just took the first 3 out of the Bourne movies, which one do you think the second one was the weakest one?
They're all bad. And by bad, I mean good. That's just slang for those that don't know. They're all amazing. Don't you come for my Jason Bourne.
Well, out of the first 3, what was your favorite one?
I can't remember. I'm kind of tipsy. But they're all good. I got the collection, guys. Now, there is one that is kind of bad. I think it's the 4th one. And I think a different director had to do with it. And I think Matt Damon wasn't even in that movie. I believe it's the 4th one. And I'm not really a fan of that one. From what I can remember, I think that there's like 4 or 5. I think there's about 5. And there's one movie where where Matt Damon's character was not in it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Y'all know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, there's one movie where Matt Damon was not in it. I didn't really care for that movie.
Okay. So I didn't watch all the Bourne movies with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know they did something like that with Home Alone as well, where like the third movie, like it wasn't the main character, it was a totally different kid, totally different cast. So I don't know why they called it Home Alone. But anyway.
Why you wave your hand as you talk to me?
I don't know, that's just how I talk. I always talk with my hands.
Relax.
I am relaxed.
All right. Relax.
I'm relaxed. Just let me be
all
me.
Right, Harry Potter glasses.
Let me be me.
All right, Harry Potter glasses.
Why are you messing with me right now? Gosh, let me talk. Gosh, I forgot what I was thinking. I got wanted to.
All right, so the question for you guys is, as put it, out of all.
Hey, the filmmaker.
I'm sorry. Look it's one of those days. Sometimes your name will pop out.
I would just bleep that out.
And what do you call yourself?
The filmmaker. I'm a filmmaker.
I'm gonna call you sometime.
Hey, I'm gonna bleep that out too. What do you keep?
I'm gonna call you the filmmaker. All right.
All right. In the comments below. All right. I know it's difficult because most second movies are like the best in the trilogy. So if you guys have a trilogy or know a trilogy, just think about it. A trilogy that you love or a trilogy that you just know about, that the second movie is literally like the worst in the trilogy. Go ahead and leave that down below. The comment below. Let's get a conversation going about it. And I think it'd be cool to talk about.
Right.
Something to think about too.
Exactly. So until next time, it's Tasha, your favorite author.
And as the filmmaker, we'll catch you next month.
All right.
In this monthly podcast we're doing.
It might be bi-monthly.
No, I don't want to do bi-monthly.
You never know.
Monthly.
Because we be showing up. It's up at 3 p.m.
Yeah, it's late, guys. 3 p.m.
All right.
So. And we'll see y'all soon.
Until next time. Peace and chicken grease.